Turn it up now, yeah. I'll just slide it up. Just give us a shout, mate. There you're on.
Cool. Hello, welcome to the Challenge Cup final. If you've just watched the Play Cup final, we just played that earlier, and that was between North Wales Crusaders and Hereford Harriers. Hereford Harriers won that game. They were able to turn over North Wales Crusaders 63-32. Quite a close game in the beginning of the first half. Hereford Harriers pulled it away. Going into the second half, it were 40 points to 12. North Wales Crusaders looked like they were going to make the comeback, making the points all the way up to 32 before Hereford Harriers knocked away a couple more tries. The final score, as I say, was 63-32. Well done to Hereford Harriers for winning that Plate Cup. But now we move on to the next best thing, which is the Challenge Cup final, where we see Halifax Wheelchair Rugby League Club face off against the Dundee Dragons. So, a little bit on the Dundee Dragons. They've been formed since 2003, and they are a multi-sport team, so they partake in basketball, tennis, badminton, curling. In the next 6 months they've told me they're working on opening wheelchair golf, skiing, shooting and archery. So if you're up in the Scotland area, make sure you check them out, because they have lots of options and lots of opportunities for you to play different sports and get active. Been playing the Championship League team, our Dundee Dragons, and they've come third place this season. Through the Plate Cup, they've managed to gain a chance to come into the Challenge Cup final by playing Medway in the quarters, which they beat them 46-10. And then they went on to play St Helens, and unfortunately St Helens were unable to attend the game, so they took a default 24-0 victory, putting them through to the final. Just a couple on some of the players. So the captain for Dundee Dragons is Michael Mellon. Well-known name around Wheelchair Rugby League. He's been playing for a long time for Scotland as an international player also. He's former RAF. He's been playing for 3 years, and he actually owns 2 medals in the Invictus Games. The other players for Dundee Dragons are David Birtles, Ronnie Robb, Jay Anderson, Kevin Rattay and Gavin Dobson. Halifax, who are coming out today, so they've won this tournament 3 times in the past in succession. So they have won it in 2015, 16 and 17, so this is their chance to win it a 4th time in a row. Back in 2013 they were Challenge Cup winners. They missed out on it in 2014, but they did win the league and the European Championships. This is at the Premier League level. And then obviously we all know 2015, 16, 17 they managed to win the Grand Final and the Challenge Cup in them 3 consecutive years. So going into this game, favourites, Dundee are not going to take this game lightly at all. They're going to come out all guns blazing. They work very hard to get here. A very competent team. Halifax are going to have to work hard also. The lineup for Halifax is Ross Ashcroft, Nathan Mulhall, Nathan Holmes, Robert Hawkins, Thomas Green, Andrew Atkinson, and some of you may not know, myself, Jack Brown. So if this commentary does go down, it's because I have been called in to play, and you'll see me running around on the pitch. Hopefully that won't come to it, and I'll get to sit here nice and warm in my commentary box, getting fed water. So we'll see how we get on. Founded in 2005 were Halifax, and they were founded by the man Malcolm Keelty, MBE. He was also the founder of Wheelchair Rugby League in England. He brought the sport over from France, who did develop the sport in 2002, so it came over to England in 2005. The Halifax team were formed on the side of the team called Cardinals basketball team, who played in the wheelchair basketball divisions, and in 2007 Halifax were then adopted by the Calderdale Community Trust, who they're still affiliated with now. You can see on the stream Malcolm Keelty is in the centre court at the back, sat down with his wife Pat, and he'll be hoping to take some more silverware back to the share. in Halifax.
Mark said, come you open sit up with me? And I said, I don't know. I said, I kept quiet. You were kicking everybody away. I kept quiet. He said, not you, kept quiet.
We've got a stowaway on the commentary box. Stuart Walker's here with me.
I thought you were on RFL table.
Don't anyone grass him in though, will you? So the team. So as we just wait a few moments now for the teams to come out. They've had a nice warm-up. I'm going to try my hardest to be unbiased in this. Obviously, my team is Halifax. I may be disappearing at certain points to go and have a shout at them if they're not pulling the weight. But I'll try to compose myself as best I can. So as they come out, first we have the Dundee Dragons. So yes, we have number 7, Michael Mellon, the captain. We have number 11, David Birtles. Number 13, Jay Anderson. 15, Ronald Robb. 1, Kevin Rattay. And 5, Gavin Dobson, who is on loan, I'm told here, from Halifax. We have Nathan Holmes, number 3. Number 4, Nathan Morrell. Number 6, myself, Jack Brown. Number 7, Ross Ashcroft. Number 11, Robin Hawkins. Number 12, Andrew Atkinson. And number 20, Thomas Green. The captain for Halifax is Nathan Holmes. Referees today are Steve Abel, Matt Ball, Matthew Micklethwaite and Kimberly Abel. Your head ref is Matt Ball, second ref is Steve Abel. This is going to be a good one. Get it shared out, get it liked on Twitter, Facebook, all of them. Oh, I have been told by the Dundee Dragons that one of their players I have to reference as the Father Ted lookalike. I'm going to find out right now who that is for you.
Tell Nathan to mark that melon. Have you told him to mark it?
The teams are ready, the officials are ready, the scoreboard is ready, we're ready to go. This is the one. The Wheelchair Challenge Cup Final 2018.
Yes, so I have to do this reference because I've been told if I don't I get in trouble. Kevin Rattay is Father Ted. I'm told. So that's done now. Try not to reference it too much. See the lineup for Halifax. They're starting off with the captain Nathan Holmes, Robert Hawkins, Andrew Atkinson, Thomas Green and Nathan Morrell.
No flash photography, please. No flash today at all. Thank you.
Halifax ready to go. They'll be receiving, I think. So the starting 5 for Dundee Dragons is the captain Michael Mellon. We have Jay Anderson. We have Mr. Father Ted, Kevin Rattay, and we have David Birtles and Ronnie Robb. So I've just been out to have a word with Halifax before we've started this live stream, letting them know that they really need to put some effort in here. They've got to complete their sets. That's what I'll be aiming for. So if you see me getting a little bit irate because they will not be doing what they're told as usual, and I may be disappearing to go and give a bit of a yell at them, put them in the place.
So Dundee Dragons to kick off.
quick last second switch for Halifax as the kick off. Kick's gone, back and out. It's going to stay in, Mulhall's going to pick it up, and he's tagged in the try area, so it'll be a drop out for Halifax. Great kick by Michael Mellon, he's first there to chase and put Mulhall into the touchline. Nathan Mulhall will take the drop out. And the kick makes it to halfway, it's going to bounce up for Ronnie Robb. A knock on call by Ronnie Robb. Don't like the idea of the call. Michael Mellon's asking the referee, is it a legal drop kick? They do say you do need to bounce the ball on the point. The referee's happy to continue. Robert Hawkins will take the first tag up. He's 2 tagged. Nathan Holmes will bring the ball right. Pass the ball off to Mulhall. Mulhall's on there. Holmes, he's got numbers on his left. Passes off to Robert Hawkins. Robert Hawkins on the left of the sticks. First try to Halifax. That man, Robert Hawkins, played off by Nathan Holmes. Good switch of play from Halifax, playing the ball into that right side, 2 drives, and then all the players swung into the left. One pass just out to Rob, and he just gets the try, just left of the sticks. And we'll have Nathan Mulhall to take the conversion for 2. And the kick is good. That takes it to 6-0. In this Challenge Cup. What did Dundee have to reply to this first try of the game?
Stay behind him and then...
And here we go. Michael Mellon puts the short kick in. It's going to go past the 4. Who's going to pick it up? Ball's played out at the sideline, and Halifax ball. See if Halifax do as I told them now. First tackle in. Robbie's there to take the tag. Nathan Holmes takes it in. Offside called. Offside called. Stuart Walker here is shouting for an advantage, but he's not going to get it. Nathan Holmes to play the ball. They'll go to Andy Atkinson. Atkinson to Mulhall. Mulhall take the ball right. Nathan Holmes to take the next one in. And we get another try under the sticks. Nathan Holmes just breaks the line in. Robert Hawkins was on his left. He had Thomas Green on the left wing also. Lots of options for Halifax there. Fast play of the ball breaking down this Dundee defence. Successful conversion from Nathan Mulhall, that's 2 for him.
Taking the scores, Dundee Dragons 0, Halifax 12.
Do you want to get someone else to do the man of the match for this one? Yeah. I best not. Yeah, give it to them. Matthew's head there. Maybe. And Robert Hawkins through again on this left. Try, save and tackle by Michael Mellon, the captain. We'll come back to play. Nathan Holmes now bringing the ball in. He's going for the sticks. Met by Ronnie Robb. try giving again, Nathan Holmes underneath the sticks. Showing great pace. Took a season out in 2017, Nathan Holmes, just coming back this season. We were very surprised to make the England performance programme also. He felt he had a bit of warming up to do before making that, but he's managed to get himself onto that programme, as well as Nathan Mulhall to take this conversion now. And another successful conversion takes Halifax to 18. Don't worry, I've said it. High kick from Mellon. That's going to go straight out for an 8-metre tap to Halifax. Dundee Dragons need to get a stop on this defence. Just a false start there. And the young man, Thomas Green, will take the first hit up. He's met by Birtles. He'll play the ball right to Nathan Holmes. Nathan Mulhall, sorry. Too many Nathans in this team. And the next man is Holmes coming in now. I got that one right. He's on open on the right. He's got a man on his wing. Passes to Mulhall. Mulhall's knocked on. I'm going to get to see the first offence from Dundee Dragons. Halifax forcing the play a little bit on the last one. Maybe should have took the tag in, took the tackle and played the ball out left. Ronnie Robb will take the first hit up. He's in Atkinson. First tackle. Jay comes in. She's met by Mulhall. She'll play it off to Birtles. Birtles takes it left, making some good distance on this one. Still not tagged. Spins and dodges. Still going. Mulhall's finally got the tag. He's have to move out of the way. Ronnie Robb makes the cross with Michael Mellon. Michael Mellon's beat Atkinson, just got the tag before he's gone out to touch. Making some good ground, the Dragons. So Birtles will pass across. Mellon screaming for the pass, 5 and last called. What can the Dragons pull out here? And David Birtles there, failing to put the tag on. He was too tagged but didn't realise. That'll be a turnover. Now Halifax ball. Play it from their 8 metre. On the screen again with the first hit up. There'll be a loose ball picked up by Mellon. Play it on. Good position for Dundee. Nathan Holmes called offside. That's penalty for Dundee Dragons. Right in front of the sticks. What are they going to do? They're going to play it, the kicking for touch. So now take it to about 5 metre line. The tray is going to play the ball off for Dragons now. Full set of 6 at the Halifax try line. Can this defence be tested? Now Jay Anderson takes Mulhall all the way right, she spins. She plays the ball to Birtles. Nathan Mulhall will get a stop. He's still moving, Birtles gets the tag. Offside tag. Another offside call, that's another set of 6 for Dundee Dragons. Ronnie Robb will push right. Tackled there by Mulhall. Looking for the blind, they made the switch back inside Birtles. He's got no one on his left. Ronnie will take the ball centre. Big pass out, but it's just gone behind Mellon. Mellon's then met by. And Steve Abel wants to bring over the referee for a talk with Michael Mellon. Seems like there's a coming together there.
Keep talking to Thomas to get him back on side.
Steve Abel will be just keeping the peace. It's a penalty for Halifax. I don't know if it was language or scrapping, but either way, we'll just say penalty. Steve doesn't know Scottish, so we don't think it's language. Ronnie Robb will tackle on Andy Atkinson. Andy plays it off to Holmes. Holmes on the left, he's met by Birtles. Very fast tag, played off to Moore. He's got Thomas Green on his left, he's going to hold on to it. Nathan Holmes now coming out of the ball. He's beat Mellon. He's beat the chair. And he gets the try on the left side. Great work from Nathan Holmes. That's his hat-trick now. Third try of this game, taking the points to 22-0.
Halifax and Nathan Holmes. A bit of a more difficult kick for Nathan now. Taking his stride.
And a successful conversion from Mullall also. That's all four of his kicks have been successful. Sorry, words are getting away from me there.
Halifax 24.
24-0 in this first half. Dundee need to make a reply. Short kick, played it to Andy Atkinson. The ball's just gone past him and out. Halifax ball, Acco's waiting for it. And Nathan Holmes has broke the line again. Finally tackled by Ronnie Robb. Then Atkinson will take another tackle in. We're over the halfway now, Halifax. Holmes again with the ball. He's got Mullall on his left. He'll pull in Anderson and Robb. Atkinson again. These two linking nicely. Mullall met by Mellon. 5 and last called. Holmesy on the ball. And a big collision from Holmes and Birtles there. Just have a moment for Dave Birtles to get himself back up in his chair. It was quite a heavy hit that from Holmes. See Robert Hawkins just talking to Holmes, telling him to take his time on the 5th and last, maybe put a little kick in. As I've told them, but they're not listening. Here we go, the tray is met by Green. Green on the marker now. It's passed off to Anderson. Mellon's running the unders line. Pass doesn't make it. She meets Acco. Passes off to Ronnie Robb. The ball's gone backwards. Bertels picks up the pieces. Tackled by Green, 2 tags. Ronnie Robb's coming blind. It goes to Mellon on the inside. Face pass to Ronnie. Got the tray out. He's met by Hawkins. David Bertels will bring the ball in. He's got Mellon in support. The pass goes straight to Mellon. Pass out to Bertels. They've got numbers now. Tackled by Holmes. 5 and last called. Pass out. It's gone behind the play. Nathan Muller's chasing it down. Anderson plays it back. Nathan Holmes knocks on maybe, I don't know, just decided to throw himself on the ball. Giving away possession there, that was 5th and last, so if he just took his time, didn't make a fool of himself, he might have got the ball back. Knock on by Ronnie Robb, picked up by Mullall, that's 0. Quick transition, Holmes has got the ball, he's got Robb on his wing. Pass out to Robb, Robb's got the space, he's got the pace. Almost goes into the wall, no try. The ball was grounded short of the line, unlucky for Robert Hawkins. Jay Anderson's met by Holmes. He gets the tag. Now, the tray. He's got Bertels on his left. Tries to cut back in. The tray's down. Loose ball, picked up. Tackle called. Steve Abel's calling for a knock-on. Knock-on was called. It's a Halifax ball. Robb will hit up for his first into Bertels. Thomas Green takes it into the second. Almost round the tray. Nice tag. Penalty, not square on the play of the ball. That'll be a penalty for Dundee Dragons. Dundee Dragons get another chance to set up their offence now. Kevin Rattray wanting a little bit of recognition for that catch. The catch. Jay Anderson, she's got Mellon in support. The ball doesn't get to Mellon. Tackled at the halfway by Hawkins. Bertels going to bring the ball right. Tries to dip under Holmes, but Holmes just gets the tag. Ball to Jay Anderson. She'll keep turning, she's making it difficult to tag. Hawkins finally gets it. And David Bertels goes round the back of play. Hawkins with a good chase. Good chase from marker. Excellent evasion from David Bertels. And Michael Mellon will bring the ball in. The kick's gone in. It'll bounce up for Thomas Green. Thomas Green is tackled in the try zone area, so it'll go to a drop out for Halifax. Dropout will make it to the Dundee 8 metres. It's finally picked up by David Bertels. Was tackled by, not tackled by, and finally got by Holmes.
Thomas, not too deep, Thomas.
And Michael Mellon loses the ball. It's gone backwards, but it's picked up by David. David tagged by Holmes. Just on their try line now, they've been pushed back, Dundee Dragons. Jay Anderson's met by Holmes again. Michael Mellon. Again by Holmes.
Nathan!
Robert Hawkins will be on Ronnie Robb. Knock on by the Dundee Dragons, Kevin Rattray.
Make sure you chase straight, Thomas.
Malone on the ball. He'll put an early kick in. It's going to bounce up. It's off David Birtles, and he's tackled in the try area. That's a dropout for Dundee Dragons.
Nathan!
Halifax opting for an early kick there.
Short one!
Maybe didn't have the ground in front of them to be able to pull that off. Something I'll be telling them off for at half time. The dropouts. Kicked right to Robert Hawkins, picks it up at the halfway line. Tries to go under Birtles. Atkinson on the ball now. Met by Mellon and Robb. Played back to Holmes. Forward pass. Jay Anderson will restart play for Dundee Dragons. Kevin Rattray, met by Robert Hawkins, who puts him down. The score here still 24-0 to Halifax. And David Birtles to bring the ball back again. Met by Mulhall. Mulhall will push him to the right. It's tackled finally by Atkinson. Now Jay Anderson, and there's a knock on at the play of the ball. Mulhall now on the halfway line. Atkinson makes a spin, offers the tag to Birtles. Now Holmes, who comes onto the ball, passes it off to Robert Hawkins, who falls out backwards. Frustration by Dundee Dragons from Dundee. Robert Green finally tackled. Finally tackled by Mellon, he's put down. Tackle 2 for Halifax. Nathan Holmes will bring the ball in. And he's able to get the try on the left side. It's the 4th try for Nathan Holmes, taking it to 28-0. Nathan Mulhall will take the conversion now too. And the first missed kick by... He's a little bit embarrassed about that one. It wasn't that far off, was it? It wasn't this far off, was it? I'm just watching a replay now of the kick.
Rob's
So substitutions, Ross Ashcroft is on for Andrew Atkinson. This is Ross Ashcroft's first Challenge Cup final, signing for Halifax just this season. And Michael Mellon will kick us off again. He'll play it into Ross. Great hands from Ashcroft. He's met by Ronnie Robb. Plays the ball off to Mulhall. Mulhall puts the kick in. It's high. It's bouncing forward. Will it bounce up for Mulhall? Bounces up. Excellent kick by Mulhall. That's his first try of the game, Nathan Mulhall. Kicking the ball from about the 7 metre line. Really high hanging pass. It just bounced right for him, bounced up on the try line for him. Acco. I'll be back. It'll be great. Hawkins with the conversion, successful. So the score here now is 34-0 to Halifax. Pressure's building for Dundee Dragons to get on this scorecard. Spread out. Ronnie Robb to kick off. That's going to go into towards Thomas Green. It's picked up by Nathan Holmes. Mulhall on the ball now. He'll take Mellon to the left with Bertels. Passed on to Holmes. Holmes, no tag on his right shoulder, so that's a tag by Ronnie Robb. Thomas Green will take the first hit up. Oh, he's just lost the ball. Nathan Holmes will kill it. Jay Anderson on the ball now. And she's knocked on also. It's picked up by Holmes. No tag on his right shoulder again. Sin bin that. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Absolutely diabolical. Robert Hawkins now will take it into Ronnie Robb. He's beating round him. Just got the tag, Robb. Hawkins to Holmes. He's got Mulhall on the left. Plays it to Mulhall. Tackled by Ronnie. Holmes on his left. Thomas Green in support. Cuts it back right. Nathan Holmes plays to Robb. And Robb straight through. Excellent work. Ross Ashcroft holding out his winger, pulling Mellon out. Open the space for the easy push through for Robert Hawkins. That'll be his second try. 38-0 to Halifax in this, the Challenge Cup final. Robert Hawkins with the second successful conversion. 40 points to 0, Halifax. Michael Mellon to start us off again.
Robert, get ready in middle.
The ball's played short. And it's picked up by Mellon. Excellent kick. He's at the Halifax 8 metre now. Kevin Rattray. Tackled by Green. Jay Anderson will take the ball blindside. Straight into Robert Hawkins. Michael Mellon will take a big push in. Tagged by Green. Try saving tackle. All the Dundee players are lining up for it. Kevin Rattray met by Holmes. 5th and last is called. Michael Mellon wraps around the left. David Birtles puts the high kick in. It'll bounce up for Holmes and he's tackled 2 metres outside of his own try line. Fast play of the ball off to Green. Green tackled by Birtles. Off to Robert Hawkins. Robert Hawkins down the left wing. He'll go around the outside. Cut back in. Tackled by Mellon. Fast play off to Mullo and the ball's knocked on.
Unlucky, guys. Robert.
Kevin Rattray will take the first one in. Met by Green. Jay Anderson, take it left. Tries to cut back in. Robert Hawkins offside. Penalty to Dundee Dragons. Working out what they want to do. They're going to take the 2. Dundee's first chance to get on the scoreboard now. Michael Mellon will take the conversion. And it's missed. Failed conversion attempt from Michael Mellon. Just not happening for them yet.
7 minutes left.
That's right, 7 minutes left in this first half. Halifax are winning 40 points to 0.
Drop out, Nathan.
8 metre drop out for Halifax. And it's gone long. And out in the touchline.
Set up, guys.
8 metre tap for Dundee Dragons. Michael Retton. Rattray, met by Hawkins, still evading. Hawkins finally gets the tag. Jay Anderson, very difficult pass to get. Ooh, it's a collision of the tumbling Holmes into Dave Birtles' knees. That looked like it hurt. It'll be the first knock on. So Halifax ball. About 4 metres past the halfway line. Good position for Halifax. Nathan Mullo will take it in first. Gets around Ronnie Robb, but gets the tackle. Played off to Holmes. He's got the numbers on the wing. The wing has pulled out. And Holmes gets another try in the right corner. 5th for him. 5th try for Nathan Holmes. 44-0. Ronnie Robb having some stern words from Steve Abel. It's getting a little bit heated in the Dundee Dragons camp and on the ref's bench. Conversion attempt from Rob. He's just short. He's just short by Robert Hawkins.
Watch that sharp one again.
Michael Mellon will kick off. It's another short kick, and he's collected it again. Good position again for Dundee Dragons. Rattray will take the ball in. Michael Mellon will run the blind side. Pass back inside to Ronnie Robb. Met by Holmes. Now the ball's passed out to Rattray again. He's met by both Green and Hawkins. David Birtles. Loose pass. It's going to go behind his Dundee teammates and out for a Halifax ball. Ross Ashcroft will take the first hit up. Met by Michael Mellon. Holmes will take the second. Gets round Michael. He's met by Anderson. Ross Ashcroft again. He's got numbers on his left. Passes to Mullow. Off his head. And Mullow's tackled by Birtles. Holmes has got the space. He'll push it to the gap. He goes underneath Mellon and is under the sticks. 6 tries for that man, Nathan Holmes. So this should be the last kick of the first half. We have a new kicker again for Halifax. It seems like they're changing kickers every time one of them misses one. This will be the last kick of the game, of this half, sorry. He's getting a bit of banter from the announcer. And he's just short. That's first half. Let's go and get a chat with the captains now.
Coming on, no?
No. Michael, can we just borrow you, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have a quick chat. We good, Terry? Awesome, Ewan. Yeah. Right, we're both captains of the teams. Exciting first half, guys. A lot of hits. We were surprised the chairs are actually holding up. So I'm quite glad I'm not on there, to be honest. What's the game plan going into the second half, Holmes?
I think same again. I think we're all getting a little bit tired now, so maybe slow the pace down a little bit. But I mean, we're coming in fast, and we're coming in hard, and it seems to be working so far. So can't be complaining about anything at the moment.
More of the same.
I think we just got to take a nice rest, have a drink, get back on second half, and finish it off.
What will be the talk on the bench in the Dundee Dragons?
We're looking to get points on the board. You know, we tried the failed conversion in the first penalty in the first half. Pretty embarrassing, but definitely we want points on the board.
Well, I'm pretty sure Ross Ashcroft is a bit more embarrassing in that last kick, don't we?
maybe.
Yeah, it's a physical game. You know, there's some big hits. That's part of the game. I like it.
That's the best thing about the sport. The score's not going to represent what the game is and how hard it is and how hard we have to work for these things. So keep going out, Dragons. Keep going out, Halifax. Let's have a really good ending to this Challenge Cup final. Well done, boys. See you again. We'll see you after the game.
She'll not get in it.
No, you'll be fine. So I'll just give you an hand. Come on. So now.
I believe you've been married for your last week, is that right? Why was she doing that?
Because he's been
Apparently
mouthing and laughing
is that right?
So now her punishment is she's got to go and take a conversion kick at half.
We have royalty here as well. the box. So you may curtsy or bow. Bow or curtsy, please. That's it. Thank you. There we go, right, here we go. Have we done this before? You think it's funny? Right, here we go. So, in your chair, please. 3 goes into the best of 3. What's going to be your strategy? Pray. Right, okay, here we go, sir. Is there any official ways you can do it, or as long as she gets it over? Best way she can. There we go. There's the information.
Best to use that, because that can go anywhere, but if you use this...
What are you doing? You're not coaching, you're not allowed to coach.
I am the coach.
Well, you're not allowed to coach these people.
Here we go,
Here we go.
Just imagine the post, the commentator.
Breathe. Take it in, take it out, breathe. Right. The prize is 2 weeks windsurfing on the Manchester Ship Canal. That's a great prize, right? Better than 6. We are struggling here. We have a defective team. We have a defective team. Coach, what was wrong there, sir?
Jack.
What was wrong with that, though?
What was wrong? Yeah. Well, you just need to tilt it back a little bit.
You're saying the officials did it wrong?
No, the officials always right.
That's right, walk away. Just walk away. Right, here we go. Best of 3.
Get alongside it.
Experience, said. My God, she said. Well, that was an effort. Stay there. So that's nothing down to 1. So we're getting a bit of coaching. Oh, it's there! How did that feel? You got your wrist. It's alright, yeah. Are you married? She's confidence. Ready? We need an official to sort that out. Do it again. You know when you interfere, you just sit there and right, watch your technique. You're still, I like sticking with you. You're still. 1 out of 2, this is it. And it's it. Oh! Pressure's on. 1 out of 3. Round of applause for our laughing person, please. Nicola is the laughing person. Nicola, do you think you won?
If you're pulling it up anyway, I'll just get it off wide. I'll just nick it off there.
Was it as easy as you wanted to do? You said the right thing. Here we go, here's our President, Vice President. You're not sure whether you do it with your left hand. What are you on about?
Well, I'm left-handed. I don't know whether I'm...
Just give me a crack, just see which one's which is the best one there. Which one? Which one's your best one? Don't keep doing it, yeah. Which is your best one? Which is your best one, left or right? Try both, you've got 3 goes, haven't you, so let's try it. Hang on, round of applause for our Vice President of the Rugby, please! It's there, no it's not! It went straight. Yeah, let's try with the left. She's multitasking. You went with 1 arm, she's trying both. Look at, you want to see this fist? This fist. Hang on a minute, I'm going to speak to the other half. Have you seen this fist? Have you ever seen this fist before? Every day. That's enough, that's enough. Oh! Right, so we've decided now we're right-handed. This is it. This is the one. If this goes over, you're splitting the 2 weeks windsurfing on the Manchester ship, you know. Everybody wants that. This is the one. Round of applause, please. Applause, come on. Yes, sir, no. Why are you doing that? Does that mean no? Does that mean she missed? Right. Are you sure it wasn't over? We'll give it. No, we'll give it. It's 1-1. We'll give it. The official's bent. No. Round of applause for our 2 contestants, please. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Rugby. That's not easy, is it?
I'm at Wembley next week. I hope we don't want me on the pitch or something like that next week.
Yeah, we could try it on Wembley, 20-metre line with one hand. That would be great. Hello with the cheap seats. Hello with the cheap seats. Wave. Please wave to me. No, they're the expensive seats. They're the cheap seats. The Royal Box. Are we nearly ready to go? How are we doing, sir? What's our strategy going to be second half?
Yeah, just keep doing what we're doing.
Fantastic, like it. See where you go with that. Any strategy from this side?
Last couple of minutes. Final score brings us in much.
Fantastic. Win the second half and see where you're going. First half you lost, let's win the second half. So here we go, back to the second half. It's over to the officials.
With the big half of Dundee now, let's win the second half.
So here we go, second half, Halifax versus Dundee Dragons. Strong half from Halifax, 48 points, with a whopping 6 tries from Nathan Holmes. We've had 2 more tries from Robert Hawkins and 1 from Nathan Mulhall. Ross Ashcroft will wait for the referees to clear. So line up on Halifax sides, Ross Ashcroft, Nathan Mulhall, Robert Hawkins, Holmes and Green. Long deep passing picked up by Ronnie Robb for Dundee Dragons. Also on the field, Michael Mellon, Jay Anderson, Gavin Dobson and Kevin Rattray. We have Robbie Ron to take the first tackle. And he's going to move it on to Michael Mellon. He's going to hit up on Ross. Ross just getting the tag. The pass is gone actually. Gavin Dobson trying to play it out. He's met by Mulhall. Gavin Dobson, an ex-Halifax player also, signing over on loan for this game, moving to the Keighley Cougars. Kevin Rattray plays it back into Robbie Ron. Pass back to Anderson, even though Mellon was screaming for it. Michael Mellon goes down blind side, right, little kick over. Robert Hawkins back to chase it. That'll be a dropout. Good chase from Michael Mellon. And it's low and it's long. Bounces up and over Gavin Dobson before going out of play at the Dundee 8 metre. Kevin Rattray will start us off Dundee offence. Gavin Dobson will take the first hit up. He's met by a Mulhall, old teammates, the two of them. Gavin Dobson plays the ball to Jay Anderson. She's got Mellon on her left. Doesn't pass, she beats Holmes. Holmes keeps trying to get the tag. She's still going, she's still live. She's making the pass off to Mellon now. And Mellon's met by Holmes. Mellon to Anderson. Anderson crosses with Robbie Ron. Michael Mellon will go blind side. Hits up into the middle of them, Holmes and Hawkins.
On your line, Thomas, on your line!
Dundee with the numbers now. Betray tagged by Mullow. 5 and last on Mellon. Plays it cross field, straight into Green's hands. Great take. He'll fast play the ball off to Rob. And it's not square at the play of the ball. Second time he's been called for this. Difficult place to give away the ball right on the try line. Dundee will have another set of 6. And they've only got to make up 3 metres. Mellon will wind himself up for the big push. Try saving tag by Thomas Green makes the tag. Oh, they give it? Michael Mellon to play the ball. Jay Anderson's going blind. Now she cuts back to Robbie Ronson. Off to Gavin Dobson. Tackle called again. And Gavin Dobson's the first man to get on the scorecard for Dundee Dragons. The ex-Halifax player has done it against his home team. And that's the man, Gavin Dobson. He'll be happy with that one. Very happy with that one. .44 the difference at this point. Michael Mellon will take his second conversion of the game. Failed his first attempt at the penalty towards the end of the first half. And we're successful. 6 points to 48. Halifax still in the lead. A lot of time left to play. Dundee are not showing any signs of quitting here.
Robert, keep talking to Thomas, yeah?
It's forward off, Holmes is going to go out to touch, and it's Dundee's ball from their own 4 metre. David Birtles to set us off. Jay Anderson will take the first hit. She's met by Green. David Birtles again. Tagged by Holmes. Michael Mellon's going to go blindside. Michael Mellon played back to Birtles. Holmes picks up the pieces. Robbie Ron lines himself up. Robert Hawkins up with the pressure. It's gone to Mellon. It's a play on, Steve Abel calls, play on. Ball going backwards. 5 and last. Robbie Robb. And collected by Nathan Holmes, just by his sticks. Fast play off to Hawkins, he's going to play it left. He'll go outside of Birtles. He's going to take his time. Shirt pull called on Ronnie Robb.
Come on, ref, get involved. He's pulling shirts all the time. He's doing that all the time,
Stuart,
ref.
you can get us a technical. You'll get us a technical. Because you're here. You're not a spectator if you're here. So at the halfway line now, Mullow's going to play it on to Robert Hawkins again. Who goes into Mellon, fast tagged, tries to play it out, knocked in the play of the ball, but it's a play on. Mullow's going to make a line, met by Mellon. And Mick Eptonstall's arrived with snacks. Hereford Holmes is playing to the right.
Quick hands, guys!
Nathan Holmes up the middle, he's got numbers on his left. He'll go behind Gavin. Try left of the sticks. That's his 7th.
Try to score Halifax
Nathan Mullow to take the conversions again now. Nathan Mullow getting some stick for taking the easy kicks. But that does take it to 54-6 to Halifax.
taking scores to Dundee Dragons 6, Halifax 54.
Up that red line, guys!
Set up to restart again. Michael Millen on the kick. Here we go again, the short kicks in. Play on, so Michael Mellon's ball. 2 tagged penalty. Penalty for Dundee Dragons. Michael Mellon wants to play. Ronnie Robb takes the first drive in. Jay Anderson off to Mellon, out to Gavin. Gavin Dobson's in touch, almost getting his second try. Just pushed into touch by Thomas Green. And Halifax will start their offence from their 4-metre line. Mullow's the first one to take it up. It's an early kick. It's bouncing to the middle. Nathan Holmes is the only one there. Followed closely by Mellon. It's another one for Nathan Holmes. Early kick from Mullow. Linking well the two Nathans.
Well done, Nathan.
8 tries for the man Nathan Holmes. Nathan Mullow will take the conversion. He's just left. Substitution now, Nathan Holmes for Andrew Atkinson. Nathan Holmes has got a flat tyre.
Robert, be closer for that short one in that gap. Be closer to Mullow.
Come on, Rob, what can you do him? Do him. Robert Hawkins gets tackled at the 8. Plays it on to Green. Green's met by Birtles. Just before the halfway now. Nathan Mullow cuts back in field. He goes round Robbie Ron. Passes it off to Atkinson. Atkinson's met by Robbie Ron. Hawkins right. Forward pass.
Not too deep, guys. Not too deep. Get up a bit.
Just letting off some of the pressure, these little errors from Halifax. They're getting Dundee Dragons on the back foot, and just these slight knock-ons and forward passes are just getting Dundee more game. Jay Anderson makes a good line into the left side, tackled by Atkinson. Gavin Dobson passes it off to Rob. Over to Mellon. Mellon misses one, beats two. He's on Atkinson, he's almost beat him. And tackle's called on Mellon. Just a chair width outside of the sticks. Robbie Ron will take a run in on Thomas Green. Another try-saving tackle from Hawkins. Michael Mellon just left of the sticks now. David Bartles is running out. They've got numbers now. It's opened up and he's put a kick in. And he's picked up by Ashcroft. And Robert Hawkins beats Robbie Ron. Tackled the last. Onto Atkinson. He's got Mullow on his left. Mullow with a nice line. Tackled over the halfway by Michael Mellon. Passes it on to Ross Ashcroft. He's got Robert Hawkins on his outside, cutting back in.
Oh, referee!
Penalty for Dundee Dragons. It's a long kick. Going to take him to the Halifax 8. Holmes, Nathan Holmes back on now. Robert Hawkins taking 5. Mellon goes down, Atco puts him down. Can Dundee Dragons get on this scoreboard again? And Jay Anderson will be the first to receive. She's tackled by, nearly tackled by Holmes, but it looks like it's forward off Robbie Ron. So Ross Ashcroft will take the hit up now. He's met by Robbie Ron. Passed on to Holmes there. Holmes fakes the kick, beats one, beats two, he's on the outside of Bartles. Now Mullow coming at pace, cuts in, he's opening up for him, he runs into Mellon. Met by Ashcroft, tries to get it to Green, but it's just behind him, he can't hold on. Michael Mellon just gets round Atco. Nathan Mullow picks up the pieces. Bartles tries to go around Mullow, but he gets the stop. Now on to Mellon. Mullow chases. It's opened up for Beatles. Holmes it, both Nathans are chasing out. And Muller goes down. Opened up for Beatles there. Big chase had to be made by the two Nathans to stop that try. And Mellon trying for the crash through. 5 and last turnover. Nathan Holmes will take the first drive. He's into Anderson and Ronnie. Mullow will take it left. He's tagged by Burles. Now Holmesy again. Tackled just before the halfway line. Now Ashcroft. Ashcroft almost over the halfway. Now Atkinson's ball. There's a kick put in. It's forward off a Dundee player.
Back to what?
And it's back to 0. Halifax will have another set of 6. Thomas Green now takes the ball left. He's met by Bertels. He's been everywhere, Bertels, today. Now Muller. Ross Ashcroft will take the ball left. He's got Green on his outside. Tagged again by David Bertels. Nathan Holmes takes a slow one in to Mellon. 5 and last is called. Nathan tries putting a little dribble kick in. But it just goes out and there'll be an 8-metre tap for Dundee Dragons. So now we have another substitution. Thomas Green will come off for Robert Hawkins at the Halifax side. Gavin Dobson now on the ball. He's met by Hawkins. Burton will take the second. Tries to throw Holmesy away. Meets the other Nathan. Dundee Dragons just lacking some support. The first couple of tackles, they're not sending any cover players up with them. If they just get a couple more players into the drives with them, there'll be a number of options on for them. The pass is to Anderson. She's still evading. Michael Mellon will meet Holmes. Nathan Holmes offside. Another set of 6 for Dundee Dragons. Great kick from Michael Mellon, just right of the post.
Get ready, guys!
We'll get a full set of 6. Inches from the try line.
I know, look at that though!
Gavin Dobson will take the first one in. Nathan Holmes is there. Anderson will push right for it. Passes out to Ronnie Robb. Tackled by Ashcroft. David Bertels will take a push up. And try for Michael Mellon under the sticks. Towering above Hawkins. Manages to battle his way through and get the try under the sticks.
also going to try and put it as no try. No pressure, Michael.
Dundee Dragons showing that they can get over this try line and they can break down the Halifax defence. Just needing to try and do this a little bit more consistently, hold on to the ball longer, complete their sets, and they can prove that they can break Halifax down. What will Halifax's reply be to the 12 points conceded? As we carry on this Challenge Cup final, 58-12 Halifax. Ross Ashcroft will set them off to start the Halifax reply. It's a short one in. Tackle on Michael Mellon there. Ronnie Robb, tackled by Holmes. Michael Mellon will take it right. A lot of Halifax players bunched. David Birtles will try to get round. He passes to Dobson. Dobson to Mellon. Mellon to Robb. Ronnie Robb. Holmes has picked it up and that'll be 0. Arco just getting round Mellon. Mullall on the ball. Tagged by Mellon. Tagged. Nathan Mullall will come in. He's gone round Birtles. 2 tagged by Birtles and Mellon. Nathan Holmes will go blind. 5 and last called. Nathan Mullall on the ball. Mullall telling Andrew Atkinson just to calm down a little. He thought it should have been another set of 6 because it was off the Dundee player's chair, but as the referee states, if the ball's not played at, the tackles will not reset. The ball was played at the chair, not the chair played the ball. So Birtles has the first tackle and he's going to give it off to Anderson. Anderson's going to be tackled by Ashcroft, just by the halfway line, off back to Birtles. Nathan Holmes with a big chase up. Anderson again on the ball. She'll pass off to Mellon, who's got space on the right. He's got support on the wing. Passed off to Birtles. Hawkins is over too. Recover, and Michael Mellon again brings it back in field. He's getting past Nathan Holmes, and he gets a try left of the sticks. Second try for Michael Mellon. Great offensive set by Dundee Dragons. They've played the ball over on the left, built the pressure up, and just with a fast transition, a fast play of the ball, were able to just get the chair length ahead of Nathan Holmes there for the try. Excellent work from Mellon, excellent work from the Dragons. Michael Mellon for the conversion. And that's 18 points now for Dundee to Halifax's 58.
So the Dragons score now to 2 points and Halifax 58.
Nathan! Big it, Nathan! Big it! Big it!
Ashcroft will kick off here now. Ball's gone low, bouncing to Ronnie Robb. He picks it up well. Met by Mulhall. Now Michael Mellon will run blind. It's not going to him though, it's going to go to Jay Anderson. It's going to be tagged by Ross Ashcroft.
Get closer, guys! You need to be closer!
No, we keep getting offside.
You're a bit backward, they're getting closer. You've too much speed.
David Birtles now. Hit by Green and Ashcroft. Anderson's got support with her, it's just a short pass. Halifax ball, first knock on. Robert Hawkins will take the first hit up. He's met by Ronnie Robb. Thomas Green will take the next drive in. Straight into Ronnie Robb again.
Straighten up, Tom, straighten up.
It's Robert Hawkins out to Ross Ashcroft, who knocks on and goes straight to Mellon. Mellon's got a little bit of space, tagged by Holmes. Nathan Holmes puts Jay Anderson down.
Get closer, guys!
Hearing a lot of shouts from the Halifax bench that they're going back way too far on the defensive line. As long as they are behind the referee, they will be deemed onside. It is first tackle for Dundee Dragons. David Birtles will hit it into the middle. Hawkins is fast up. And Green with another tackle. Birtles now. Hawkins chasing up again. Now Mellon with Holmes. Pass out to Gavin. Gavin tagged by Ashcroft. We'll just wait for Mellon to get back in his chair. Ashcroft on the marker. Looks like Ronnie Robb's going to be taking the first. Oh, a knock on from Mellon. Another turnover, Halifax ball now, 4 metres from their own touchline. Tapped, and it'll be played for Mulhall. Now for Hawkins. Hawkins, it's opened up, he's got an inch of space and he's pushed straight through the Dragons' defence. The try under the sticks, Robert Hawkins, with his hat-trick now, completes his hat-trick for Halifax, taking them to 62 points.
Down a little bit. We're all counting down.
Looks like the junior of the side, Thomas Green, is going to be taking the conversion in this one. If Mulhall can get the ball on the tee. No. Try scorer was number 11, Robert Hawkins. Thomas Green now for the conversion.
I'll come next week for tea. I'll fetch some
I tell you what, you can come on when baby's born, you can come feed it.
I'll fetch some pizza.
I know breastfeeding, so you'll be alright.
Oh, and he's hit the crossbar, unlucky for Thomas. So it's 62-18 to Halifax now. Just about 6.5 minutes left to play. 5-ish. I'm told we're quite lax with the time, so it doesn't really not too much, about 5 minutes-ish. Big push from Holmes, he'll retrieve the ball. Straight away tackled by Mellon. Robert Hawkins almost through again. He's met by the 3 of the Dundee Dragons. Nathan Mulhall now. Into David Birtles. Holmes. Pitch.
Two tags, ref!
Robert Hawkins will go right. Into Birtles again. 5 and last.
Oh, too hard, Dave.
The ball will kick up. And it'll go out. Here we go, from the 8 metres of Dundee Dragons. Anderson tackled by Hawkins. Can Dundee's get another point on this board? Let's go. Nathan Holmes, big hit up on Gavin. Now David Birtles will take the ball back to the right. Hawkins is up to him. Mulhall will stay at the marker. Now Jay Anderson again. Passes to Mellon. Mellon out to Ronnie Robb. Ronnie Robb, it's opened up for him. He's beat one. Tackled by the second. Tackled, pass out to Gavin, pass to Mellon. Mellon tagged by Holmes. And they'll play left, it's Gavin Dobson's ball. 5 and last called. What will Dragons do with the ball? David Birtles is in, puts the kick, it goes straight to Holmes. Tackled by Mellon, 2 tags on him. Now Nathan Mulhall. Tackled by Mellon. Now Green. Green gets past Mellon. Just a little bit of timing errors on Halifax there, pressuring the play of the ball a little bit too much. And we have a substitution. Nathan Mulhall is going to come off for Andy Atkinson. Ronnie Robb to get started again. Michael Mellon will take the ball. He's got Jay Anderson with him. Tackled by Holmes. Ronnie Robb on the ball. Big chase by Holmes. Tag just falling off Rob there. Pass left to Mellon. He's got Gavin with him on the left. He's just beat Holmes. And the tag was just got by Holmes. So we should have this be the final set of the game. Let's see if Dundee Dragons can get something from this. Gavin Dobson now, tackled by Hawkins. Michael Mellon will make a run to blindside. He's got Ronnie Robb on the left. Tried looking for him. Halifax player Thomas Green's down.
You're bunching, guys!
Ronnie Robb playing left. It's played back to Mull. Picked up by Gavin. The kick's in. Holmes will pick it up.
That will do, gentlemen. Mr. Referee, thank you. Mr. Referee, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Referee. I want to go home, Mr. Referee, please.
Robert Hawkins with the last play of the game. And there we have it, your Challenge Cup champions for 2018 are Halifax Wheelchair Rugby League Club. This is the 4th time in a row that they've earned this award. They'll be very happy with themselves. As am I. I'm very happy with them as well. A little bit jealous I didn't get to play, but Dundee Dragons can take a lot away from the game. They played a very tough game. The score doesn't really represent how hard these tries were to make. A hard-hitting team, an aggressive team. A good day of wheelchair rugby league. We'll keep you tuned in for the medal ceremony and the presentation. But I've been Jack Brown, and I'm off to go get my medal for doing nothing.
Is that the quadruple now?
And to present the prizes, we have our presentation party. We have Pat, the Vice President of the Rugby Football League. Hello, how are you again? Long time no see.
Yes, well, I've recovered from my half-time exploits, thank you very much.
I thought you did excellently well, yeah. Tough game?
I've really enjoyed that. The skills on show there on both sides.
Bit of aggression as well, which was good.
Yes, I'm glad I'm sitting up there and not down here.
Well, what did he throw at you, by the way? He threw something at you?
It was a ball.
Right, that's fine. As long as it was a ball, that's fine. You threw a ball. Why are you walking like Thunderbirds? Right, here we go. Match officials first. If you could come and collect your medals again. We have Kit A. One round of applause for our match officials, please. Matt Ball and Steve A. Thank you very much for being absolutely amazing performance. Amazing. Helen, stand up. There's a medal for you, Helen. Follow me. Come on. We've got a medal for Helen, our scorer. You should stop throwing things at me like that. Helen, fantastic. What's it like working with the table tennis scoreboard? I thought you did really well. Really well. Very happy. Thank you, Helen. Wonderful effort, Helen. And listen, while we are here, these people in the yellow jackets are looking around and pick up after you lot. You just cast off bits and they pick it up and put it back on your lap. How cool is that? Can we have a massive round of applause for our game players? Yes. Who's the young person? Hello Alicia, how are you? Married? Who are you with today? Where's your dad? Where's dad? Right, dad. When Alicia gets home after, dad, if you don't give her £10, it means you don't love her. Okay? Because this is not love. Dragging her here today is not love. If you don't get your £10, go to your bedroom and you wreck it in 2 hours. Is that a deal? That's the deal. £10, dad. £10. Well done to all our helpers. And one more person to thank. What about this guy? Mick, he turns up and sets this up, he takes it apart, you'll be looking forward to it. It's still here until August. Come on, Spurs! We really appreciate it. We really, really do. And meanwhile, here we go for our runners up. MVP, which is number 11. Where is he? He's over here, should we get him? Halifax number 11. No, stay there, no, just stop there. I'm not introduced you yet. The man in charge. Well, sure, tell your name, number 11. Number 11 is... Robert, how did I go on? Was, I mean, you look like we're coming back in the second half, you were frightened?
They don't really want to say that.
So they're announcing you as our most valuable player. I'd sell you, really. If you're worth a lot of money, I'd sell it. You sell it to a lot of money. Ladies and gentlemen, MVP today is number 11, Robert Hawkins. Rob, the last thing, what was going through your mind with that try, that burst through on your own? No one was with you, it wasn't bothered.
To be honest,
Good start. Yeah, it's rubbish, really. As an individual effort, you weren't bothered, no, really. You went through the gap on his own. Right. Are we ready for our runners-up? Our runners-up, which we cannot have a challenge on final without. Second half has started to make their way back. They look really, really good. A big round of applause for Dundee Dragons! Come on, people! Come on, keep the applause going, please! Well done. Well, we have some great play there. Keep the applause going, please. Last two. Wonderful. Second half, sir. So, a bit of a second half starting to get together a bit.
yeah, we started on the basics well. Started moving towards the ball, started passing the ball.
It seems to take you a while to get warmed up, but once you're warmed up, you're in the zone, yeah?
Famous excellent first half.
Self-inflicted, what a team to play against, yeah? Pacing on, stick with him, so round of applause again for our runners up, there they are. The Dundee Dragons. Right, here we go, easy ones, the finalists. Don't move, I'm not saying anything yet, just wait for it. So here we go, a wheelchair, 2018 Challenge Cup final winners are Halifax! Keep the applause going, please. Right, here we go. 2018 Challenge Cup winners, Halifax! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Are we having a picture around that, guys? Yeah, the camera's there. Jack, have a word. Yeah, you did do it. Yeah, you did. You are responsible, yeah. I mean, you couldn't play today. Yeah, I believe so. You were commentating live, yeah?
Yeah, just for the
Fantastic. How did I do? It's my first time. I thought you were better. You were better. I'm sure you were better. Don't kiss me. No, we're married. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Jack. Cheers. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Hope you're all teammates. Can I ask the second half, were you a bit frightened, come on, be honest?
Came back all the way second half. Came here with a big strategic and that's just the day.
I think it was great to see the speed was great, as I said, the speed was just unbelievable. But in the second half, they were the first to score, they kept coming back. When you got a great lead in the first half, is that strategy to come back 100 mile an hour? Fantastic, mate. It's your day, so well done, my friend. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, 2018 winners, Challenge Cup, Halifax. Can we have a round of applause for our vice president of the Rugby League as well? Come on. She couldn't give me something more interesting today. She was off on a picnic, but she was here today to do some thank you. You are a wonderful person.